In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to set up your primary CLX, which is your L71 at your specific work cell or area 1, and also show you how to set up your secondary CLX, which is the L55 at a peer's work cell, which we call our area 2. So the first thing I've done, you'll notice up at the top, is I've opened up my lab 2 file, and what I want to do is first of all go in here and hit File, Save As. Okay, and I'm going to save this in my lab 3 file as my primary packaging. Now you will want to use something like primary and then include part of the name that you're going to use the area 1 processor for from your application. So I'll simply say primary pack. I'm going to put test in here just to guide you through, but you'll want your initials in there. Okay, we'll save that up. Next thing I want to do is go ahead and change the properties of the controller so it has an appropriate name in it. So I'm going to put this thing in here as my primary pack CLX. Okay, and we want to make sure that the primary controller that we're using here is in slot 5. It's that L71 that's been chosen. Okay, we'll say apply and OK. And the next thing we're going to do is actually open up the main program. Okay, and I'm going to delete out all this logic. So we're going to start with some simple logic just to allow us to connect physically to our controller. Alright, so I'll go ahead and delete this logic, and I'm actually going to get rid of the other subroutine here. All we need is a clean, fresh main routine. Okay, so with us only having a main routine left in the project tree, what I'm going to do is add in a rung here. And what I'm going to put on that rung are going to be a simple, there's going to be a simple XIC and because this is going to be my test push button, I'm going to say pack PB for packaging area push button, which would be what I'm using in my beer process. Okay, I'll need to add that tag, of course. A new Boolean tag. Controller scoped. Okay, and I want to go ahead and change the operand description. Okay, and something simple, I've simply said primary CLX, of course, packaging, start PB, there we go. I'm going to say pack light for a tag name. Of course, we'll add that. And same thing, primary controller, so primary CLX. And we'll call this our system on. Okay, so create that tag. Next step is to go ahead and download this software into your L71 chassis. Okay, I'll let you go ahead and do that now. Okay, so with that primary CLX downloaded in run mode, we can go ahead and open a new project file. You can't just do a save as here, you'll have to start a new project since we're changing over the processor to an L55. So we'll go new, and of course this is an L55, we're going to use Rev 15 based on what's installed, of course. And for the name of our controller, we'll simply say secondary, in this case mashing, so mash CLX with that 13 slot chassis. And we're in slot 0 since we're dealing with the L55. We'll say OK. And after a few moments we should be able to open up our main program and our main routine. And when our logic run comes up, we're simply going to add the XIC, and in this case we're going to call this our mash PB for a name, and of course you name it according to what the purpose of your secondary controller is. Okay, and I need to add that tag. And we'll call this secondary CLX mash start PB. There we are. And then we have our mash light. And we'll create that tag. Of course, you customize it according to your application. Say new. This time I'm just going to put the description right here. Okay, we'll call that the mash system light. There we are. And we'll go ahead and save this file up. With this particular file saved, I want you to go ahead and do a download and make sure you download this through the proper IP address, which will be your IP address of your neighboring work cell. So if you are in cell number 1, you're going to download this to the L55 in cell 2. If you are in cell number 8, you're going to download this to the L55 in cell 1. That's all for now.